How come you always on the road? What's going on, y'all? How come you always on the road? Let me ask y'all, where that line from? How come you always on the road?
Why you always on the road?
Only my real movie fans will understand where that line come from. But anywho, what's going on, y'all? Welcome to another episode of Foreign Insight Podcast with your host, Maddox, man. New York right now, well, it's been bugging, but they're really bugging right now. I remember Kathy Holcomb gets on the subways and on the news and say, New York is safe, the subways are safe, and basically try to tell people to ignore the violence that's on the trains because we're bugging. She tried to gaslight American people to act like we're bugging for complaining about the crimes. I remember Jordan Neely case with Daniel Penny, and people saying, "Oh, New York ain't that dangerous. It ain't dangerous. The subways are clean and it's safe, and people can, people who are homeless on the train attacking people who are mentally ill. Just ignore them and things will go away." And then like the next 2 days or so, the lady got burnt up on the train by an by an illegal alien or an illegal immigrant. Y'all remember that, right? And then shortly after that, like a week later, this happens. A week later. Take a look.
Now, we are following a developing story coming in out of New York City. Take a look right here. NYPD now confirming to Live Now from Fox that a man is in critical condition after police responded to a report of a person on fire inside Penn Station. By the way, Penn Station is the busiest transportation facility in the country. The NYPD saying they responded around 8 last night to a man on fire where they found a 67-year-old man with burn injuries to both legs and his upper body. Now, we did learn he was rushed to a hospital with injuries that the fire department says were deemed life-threatening.
So, we're bugging, right? The last time I checked the stats, New York is averaging basically a crime and a half a day on the trains. And y'all tell me that crime don't happen daily in the subways? Are you crazy? But hold on. There was a guy yesterday, New Year's Eve, that decides to push a person on the train tracks as the train was coming. Take a look.
A horrific scene on the New York City subway. The video difficult to watch. A man injured after he was out of nowhere, shoved in front of an oncoming train in Chelsea. The suspect quickly captured by police and just charged with attempted murder. Eyewitness News reporters.
Look at that guy. Look at this guy. When he pushed the white guy on the tracks or non-black on the tracks, is he racist now? Because roles was reversed. They would say racist white guy pushed black guy on track. They'll make it racial. So I'm asking y'all a question. Just because he just randomly just pushed a random white guy on the train tracks, is he automatically racist? I'm just asking y'all a question. But this guy right here is sick. Let's rewind that for a second.
To watch. A man injured after he was out of nowhere, shoved in front of an oncoming train in Chelsea. The suspect quickly captured by police and just charged with attempted murder. Eyewitness News reporter Sonia Rincon has the story.
The chilling video obtained by Eyewitness News shows a man standing close to the edge of the platform behind a couple of ferry evaders and another man approaching and casually shoving him in front of a 1 train just after 1:30 this afternoon at 18th Street. First responders would go between the stopped subway cars to rescue the 45-year-old victim and take him to Bellevue Hospital. Sources tell us he is a New York City resident and is in stable condition tonight. Less than an hour after the attack, a suspect was in custody, identified as 23-year-old Kamel Hawkins of Brooklyn.
Why'd you push him?
Tonight, riders on the same Chelsea platform headed to their New Year's Eve destinations are calling the attack brutal and scary.
I'm ready to go back home. I'm ready to go back home. I came here for a good time, and I'm scared that things like this might happen to me.
They want to hike fares up and they want to do certain things, but they can't even keep the people of New York City protected. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of sad.
New Yorkers must feel safe.
Today, the mayor defended his efforts to get people off the subway system who are sleeping or seem like they need mental health services. He pointed to lower crime on the subway in 2024 and declines overall since 2009, but admits the perception just doesn't match the reality.
People don't want to hear that. They said someone just got burned, Eric. If someone is shoved to the subway system on the tracks, people are seeing and feeling what they're reading. So our success is overshadowed.
And the cameras that help lead to arrests, like they did tonight, also make those disturbing crimes more visible to more people.
Just a horrific scene on the New York City subway.
Y'all see that? Crazy. This right here is what you call craziness. Like, even in the actual video itself, right? Let's take a look at the actual video. I blur out the part, but you can see. So they hopped. See the guy walked by. He turned around and he pushed the person. These guys so scared they hopped. Watch this. They hopped first, right? The train. Then he hopped. He was so scared that he actually hopped to escape the traumatic scene he just saw. This man right there should be in jail for life. Not the guy who hopped, the guy who pushed the guy in front of the train. Thank goodness the guy survived. But still, he should be in jail for life. I don't care if you're 23. You mentally insane. You're off. You're basically a murderer. Let's call it what it is. Although you didn't technically take someone's life. But your action was to unalive this person. Get out of here, man. Get out of here. Get out of here. Women, children, men, please be safe out here, man. And if you're a New Yorker, you already know this. I shouldn't have to tell you this, but stay off the edges of the platforms. Since I was a kid in the 80s and 90s, my mother and father, God bless my mother's soul, but my father always told me as a child, don't ever stand at the edge of a platform. Go by the wall. To this very day, I stand at the wall of every platform I go to. I don't ever stand up, see if the train coming. I don't do none of that stuff. You must be careful out there, man. And for the people who are coming into New York to come visit, and you ride the train, please avoid the edges of the platform. Please. They have a yellow line there that try to tell you stay behind the yellow line. Stay behind the invisible line before the yellow line. New York have become the new hell. We talk about Chicago, yet all the other crime cities. Let's talk about New York. It's wicked out here. People getting burnt up on the train. People getting shot in random drive-bys. People getting pushed in front of train tracks. I mean, on the train tracks in front of trains. People being, yo, this is crazy to me, man. Like, I just want to move out of New York, man. I know it's easier said than done. But New York, man, is bad. It have always been bad. But these leftists and Democrats will lie to you and gaslight you as if you're the wrong one for saying your concerns about New York crime. All these high-end Democrats or all these high-end politician people, whether you're black or white, crime is down. You know, it's not. What? Just because crime is down don't mean that it's low. Let me give you an example. Let's say out of 100%, crime is down 5%. So it was at 100, but now it's at 95. Crime is down. 95 is extremely high. What are you talking about, AOC and people like that who saying dumb stuff like this? Well, I get mad with these people because they don't live in an inner city. They live in their nice area where crime is low. They don't ride the subways on a daily basis. They're not out mingling with us. They're in their circles when crime is low and they don't see these type of things. They're willfully ignorant. But then when we start complaining about our concerns, they'll tell us, hey, hush, crime is down, you know. It's lower than the 90s. That ain't saying nothing. It's still high. If the 90s was 100%, now it's at 95%. Don't say it's down from the 90s. That's not saying anything. Crime is high. Later.